This is your host, Khalil the Highlight Reel of the Khalil the Highlight Reel Sports, Khalil Breathwaite, your very host, your current host, Khalil the Highlight Reel Sports Report Show. And we've got a lot, and I've got lots to talk about for sure. YouTube channel and on Facebook. Lots to discuss here, a lot of details that are going to unfold here, developing stories, breaking news. I will get on to Baker Mayfield's monstrous debut from last night and putting on a showcase. I will get on to the Addison Russell allegations, the Conor McGregor press conference moments, all that and more. Now I'm gonna start things off with Baker Mayfield, who did not disappoint last night. I will tell you this right now. If you get Baker Mayfield, he's just absolutely unstoppable. Just absolutely, he just put on a showcase. He did the Cleveland special, and he did not disappoint. He didn't. I'm gonna admit that right now. I mean, the Browns, they won their first game in over 635 days. Their 19-game winless streak has ended, and fans, those Browns fans, they get free beer. And Browns fans, they're giving like, Baker Mayfield merchandise, free beer and all. One fan caught a possum, put it in the box. And, you know, if you look, my vote, I was just, you start Baker Mayfield and for the rest of the season, and you could bench Tyrod Taylor. Besides Tyrod Taylor, he had a concussion last night, though. So basically, it seems that I would start Baker Mayfield because, quite frankly, Baker Mayfield, if you have him as starting quarterback for the rest of the season, he could help. He would help the Browns be great again. He would help the Browns make it to the playoffs. But it's gonna be a real because Browns, they were a terrible team before Baker Mayfield arrived. But when Baker Mayfield arrived, that is, the Browns were a terrible team before with no Baker Mayfield. But Baker Mayfield last night, oh my goodness, the Baker Mayfield era, it's already begun. He did not Browns. I was just you have Baker Mayfield as sort of quarterback for the rest of the season, and you can bench Tyrod Taylor because Tyrod Taylor he has done so he may be good, but good isn't good enough. So basically, the Browns, I mean, with Baker Mayfield, that is a former Heisman Trophy winner. He just put on a showcase out there. I will tell you that right now. I mean, huge congrats to the Browns and Baker Mayfield getting their first win in over 635 days, ending their 19 game winless streak. Though, so Browns they can get more wins, but they may have a tough schedule ahead of them though. So that is going to be it's going to be tough. So I do look forward to seeing what Baker Mayfield has in store. He had a lot in store for last night. I look forward to seeing if whether or not if Baker Mayfield is actually going to help the Browns have a winning streak. But that probably may or may not happen though. So you never know what he'll do now though. What he'll do next week or next couple games because it's going to be pretty tough though. So I'm really certain that Baker Mayfield's going to be starting quarterback with the next couple games. So that's my vote right there. So that's something that I am looking forward to see. And they may not be, and they could be playoff favorites or not. Even though the Browns never made to the playoffs with no Baker Mayfield, they weren't so good. They had a word. They had still the Browns. They had came off from a losing streak twice to having their first win last night in 635 days. And the Browns fans were very satisfied. I mean, Lebron James was satisfied. Jared Smith was surely he was satisfied with it. And it's obvious that Baker Mayfield. Well, he's no Brett Favre, no Aaron Rodgers. I'll tell you that. But if he goes, but he it's Aaron Rodgers, whether it's Eli Manning, perhaps. I mean, he went against Sam Darnold because Jets, it was not their night. Not their night. It was not. If they had to go against Phillip Rivers, or if they got to go against guys like Russell Wilson and Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield, it's going to be a tough task. Now, I know Baker Mayfield, you put on a showcase out there, but you got to stay alive. I mean, you did pretty good. You weren't pressured. You threw for a lot of passing yards in that game. And this will stop with you. So Baker Mayfield, he's going to be a dual threat to now the teams, whoever he and the offense face. They just, oh my goodness, they just tore the whole house down out there. Browns were just, it was an entire different ball game out there. So Baker Mayfield starting quarterback, rest of the season, that's my option right there. That's my vote right there. So I do look forward to seeing what Baker Mayfield and the Browns have in store for the next couple of games. It's going to be pretty interesting to see if he's going to have any milestones on his hands for him, passing yards, rushing yards. It's going to be pretty good. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So he's right there. Now, moving on to another story, another topic, another story that is the entire, well, Chicago Cubs shortstop by name of Addison Russell, who basically was accused of physical, emotional, and domestic abuse, and by, earlier today, the ex-wife of Chicago Cubs shortstop Addison Russell's by name of Melisa Reidy Russell, she talks about the abuse allegations against Chicago Cubs shortstop, name of Addison Russell's, that is. And she posted this past week, that is. Now in this blog that she wrote, Melisa Reidy Russell, she had went through physical and emotional abuse throughout her 2-year marriage, and the mistreatment affected her livelihood. Now, Addison Russell, that is, he is on administrative leave as we speak, which he is. And according to the joint MLBPA domestic violence policy, the MLB says that they're going to be hopeful this new info allows us to complete this investigation as soon as possible. Previous allegations by a friend of Reidy Russell called the attention and triggered an MLB investigation into Russell last year, and it remains open. Now, Reidy Russell's firstly mistreated nor abused was by her spouse for the first time, and that she was in disbelief this happened. Couldn't wrap her head around what really occurred, how this all turned out, why Addison Russell was depressed, what did she do for him to want to put his hands on her. She forgave him and assumed it never happened again. I thought he let his emotions get the better of him. He loves her and he apologizes. And this blog says, I was distraught that he was capable of this kind of behavior towards her. She says, I don't understand how a man that she was infatuated with, the father of her kid, the man Reidy Russell married a few months ago, is hostile towards her. Emotional and verbal abuse was an everyday thing throughout the relationship. She was blamed for anything that went worse. That is, the name calling, the manipulation. Assuming I was the issue, intimidating me with brute force, and Yeah, the name calling, destroying her personal belongings, threatening me to send me or her kid home to her parents, as if I was privileged to be living in our household. She felt like I was nothing, a nobody, and nothing without him. Can't do anything without him. Now, the MLB, they have opened up this probe that emerged in June 2017 after Reidy Russell, that is, accused Addison Russell of cheating in an Instagram post, and a friend commented with an allegation of abuse by Cubs shortstop by name of Addison Russell, that is, who was on a major leave. More to this, by the way, ladies and gents. When the allegations against Addison Russell became public on June 7th of 2017, which was last year, that is, the Commissioner's Office Department of Investigations commenced the investigation. Melisa Russell didn't take part in this investigation. At that time, the investigation of this incident remains open and will continue, and the MLB is going to continue their efforts to gain the information. Couple had a son in August 2015, which is 3 years ago. They were married 2 years ago, January 2016. They were filing a divorce in August 30th, which may have been like last month. That is, which may have been last month or 2 years ago. That is, who knows? August 30th, Reidy Russell dealt with depression caused by Russell's physical and emotional and domestic abuse, leaving her interest had on her overall well-being, the way she was treated, that she was being mistreated, and the way he made her feel about herself, and pretty much struck her to nothing. She feels good about herself for not being frightened anymore. She's free to make her own decisions and to live for herself, taking back her life. It took her like 2 weeks or like 3 weeks, that is, for night terrors to end, not have any more panic attacks, three times a week, look in the mirror and not feel worthless or reckless at all. And quite frankly, look, domestic abuse in the sports industry is just not allowed. So quite frankly, it seems that, well, the Chicago Cubs, I mean, this is a former World Series champ, that is. The Cubs, they are former World Series champs, but there was an incident that Addison Russell was accused of domestic abuse to her ex-wife, that is, by name of Melisa Reidy Russell, that is. And so now that Addison Russell, he's been on administrative leave, it's obvious that Addison Russell should instead of being on administrative leave, he should be released from the MLB for good. Don't trade him. Release him from the MLB. That's the only decision you got to make. So quite frankly, it seems that Addison Russell was not released last year. So instead, you have him released this year. I mean, just recently, or like, are you like, come on? Like, the MLB did not see this coming. The coach was not informed about this at all. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. Now that Addison Russell's been on administrative leave, it does seem obvious that this point Addison Russell is gonna be released because he's been accused of these allegations. These are domestic abuse allegations, physical, emotional, distraught abuse, and domestic abuse, physical, any of that mistreatment. It needs to dissolve. It has to dissolve. and it's got stuff. You've seen this stuff happen in the college sports industry, the pro sports industry. There have been cases of the Penn State scandal, the Michigan State scandal of Larry Nassar, who was arrested and jailed for 25, 75 years. The Penn State scandal that Joe Paterno and Jerry Sandusky done for, fired, done for. The Ohio State scandal that the former assistant coach, Zach Smith, was fired already. Urban Meyer was already on a 3-game suspension, even though he's coming back tomorrow. And then the Dallas Mavericks employees who were on administrative leave already are already fired, and that there were 15 women that were abused and humiliated conduct there. And that didn't sit well with anybody. And Mark Cuban, that is, didn't listen to expectations. Now you got Addison Russell, and Addison Russell, he did deny these allegations for sure. And quite frankly, Addison Russell, he's already on administrative leave though. So quite frankly, it seems that the Cubs coach knew that they didn't know what to do, so they had to release him for sure. So quite frankly, no one knows when this all occurred, but it does seem obvious that there's really no place for it for domestic abuse. There really is not, and it's unacceptable. It needs to stop. It has to. So what do you got to do now? You are reports already up. So this is an incident that should not. That these incidents, this domestic abuse, nor any of this other stuff, should not are strictly prohibited. And the fact kind of stuff, it just does not sit well with anybody. It does not. So you gotta think long and hard about that. You would have to release Addison Russell from the MLB for good. That's what you gotta do. Hopefully the right thing there by releasing Addison Russell instead of just, having a administrative leave. You would just have to release him from the MLB for good and not have him show his face ever again. That's that. So that's how it's gonna be. But moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the Conor McGregor versus Khabib press conference. I gotta say, Conor McGregor, man, looks pretty drunk. He has his moments, though. But since Conor McGregor is out for good, well, now don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Conor McGregor and Khabib will be happening on October 6th in the Sin City of Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com or Eventbrite.com if you want to. That is, it's up to you guys. Watch on DirecTV. You can watch on Verizon Files. You can watch on your restaurants. You can vote right now to make a decision who you think is going to win at UFC 229. Whether you think it's going to be McGregor or Khabib. My vote is Conor McGregor putting a beating on Khabib. You can vote in the comment section right now if you want to. That is, whether you think it's going to be Conor McGregor or Khabib. So let me know about that, and I will keep you all posted on it for sure. So Conor McGregor, he's going to win this one. Another time I do want to point out is, let's see what we got here. Is Tiger Woods, who is indeed in first place already. Yeah. He's in first place. So really, Tiger Woods, he teed up the 28th hole yesterday in round 1. He did pretty good. Now he's like par 3 and 15 pointer for like 24 feet. So he's still in first place. He's still got the lead. I think Tiger Woods can do it. Yeah. Tiger Woods. He's going to do it. Now, Tiger Woods, he had a 28-foot putt at par 5 in the 18th hole, that is, yesterday, making the Eagle leading first place at the Tour Championship, leading a 5 par around in round 1. Now, round 2, he had a 24-foot. He had a par on like the par 5. So, Tiger Woods, I think he's going to win it. I think he's going to win the Tour Championship win 10 mil. So you'll see Tiger Woods versus Phil Mickelson November 23rd. That is at a Shadow Creek Golf Course, live pay-per-view, winner take all golf match for 9 mil or 10 mil. It's gonna be pretty good. So hope Tiger Woods can win the title there. I just hope he remains the lead and not move it down like second or third place. So Tiger Woods, he still got it. I know it. He won't disappoint. So I do look forward to that. By the way, it's gonna be pretty amazing. Moving on to another topic, the Texas Rangers, they have decided to fire. Well, they had decided to pretty much fire Jeff Banister after 4 seasons. Now, Don Wakamatsu will be the interim manager for the rest of the season. So, Texas Rangers, they may have had some tough season, rough season, a good one, bad one, but don't worry, they'll recover. They'll get back to the picture. So, to look forward to seeing what they're gonna do for sure. So it's gonna be real fun to watch, see what changes are gonna be made. Another thing I do want to point out is the fact that at the Jericho Cruise, remember Impact Wrestling versus ROH Wrestling, Ring of Honor Wrestling? Sami Callihan, LAX, Johnny Impact, and Brian Cage of Impact Wrestling, they will take on the Bullet Club, Cody, the Young Bucks, Marty Scurll, and Hangman Page in a 10-man elimination war on the Jericho Cruise, which will set sail October 27th to the 31st. Book your cabins right now on JerichoCruise.com. So the Jericho Cruise Rocket Wrestling Ranger will be setting sail from Miami, Florida to Nassau, Bahamas, and it's gonna be pretty epic, pretty amazing, and history will be made. It's gonna be epic, awesome. So book your cameras right now on JerichoCruise.com for more details and check it out for sure. It's gonna be absolutely high octane. It's incredible. So looking forward to that. By the way, another thing I want to point out is the Red Sox, they clinched the AL East for the 3rd straight year. Congrats to them. Nothing I'm talking about Francisco Arcia of the LA Angels, first player in MLB history to pitch, catch, and hit a home run in the same game last night. That was pretty good. So that was really incredible, by the way. And I'm just surprised to see how this all came about, but I'm absolutely. And that LeBron James, he's already in the Space Jam 2 movie. There's 2019. He's on the cover, and he's on the Hollywood Reporter cover. Grabs the hint, by the way. And I'm just hoping that he's doing a whole lot of good, tries to at least try to win the title for the Lakers. He'll do so, but it's gonna be a tough task. So I won't be able to let it easy though. So I just think he'll just do it. I think he'll win it. So I highly doubt he's got a chance. Still got a chance to do so. Probably got like 82% chance to do it. So it's gonna be pretty good right there. So let you on that. Well, that is going to do it for the Khalil the Highlight About Sports Report YouTube channel Facebook page. Please be sure you subscribe to the Khalil the Highlight About Sports Report YouTube channel Facebook page. Make sure you send me comment, your responses down below in the comment section. Tell them what you think of Baker Mayfield's high octane debut last night when he took out the Browns. Let me know if you think that Baker Mayfield's going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns for the rest of the season. Let me know on that. Tell me what you think of Addison Russell accusations. Oh, by the way, Antonio Brown, the harsh criticism saying that the Steelers, they really do suck, though, and Antonio Brown got a little upset. Let me know about that. Let me know what you think of Odell Beckham's comments saying that the offensive struggles. Let me know if you think the G-Men offense is going to turn it around against Texans. Be sure to tell me about that. Make sure you also tell me about the Conor McGregor moments, the press conference moments from last night. Let me know about that, by the way. Keep posted, keep me in track, by the way. And make sure you let me know about all the other things that pertains to sports world instead. So, oh, by the way, I will also be discussing the UMD Maryland, that is the press conference. You can check that out on YouTube if you want. That is ESPN if you want. That is, I'll get you latest story on that by tomorrow. That is, hopefully. So I'll keep you on tune. You can check that on ESPN if you want. That is, so I'll keep you on tune with that, and I will just give you a heads up what really unfolded and how the system's gonna, how the staff and how the coaches and how staff gonna take responsibility of, the death of Jordan McNair, who died of heat stroke. That is, DJ Durkin's already on administrative leave, and DJ Durkin, he should be fired instead. Fired. That's why that. So let me know in the comment section, and I'll give you the latest story about. I'll give you the latest updates on the findings of the Maryland incident, the scandal that is that happened. That Jordan McNair died, and DJ Durkin on administrative leave. I'll give you the latest details on that. I'll keep you all posted as soon as possible with more live updates, more groundbreaking announcements, trending topics, developing stories, breaking news, marquee matchups, and I'll keep you all up to date for that, though. So that's all be coming up by tomorrow. That is. So I'll hopefully keep you on to that. So catch you guys later. So you guys have a good night, everybody. Take care, you guys. Bye.